All right, so depending on what your character is and what your what your topology is, some of this might be a little bit different. But I'm just going to go ahead and kind of show you a rough idea of how I go about doing it, and then you can kind of go about your own way. So I like to kind of just break down the sections here. So let's just because it'll be simpler, I'm just going to do the knee, then the ankle, so on and so forth. So just so that it's a little bit simpler. So I'm just going to go ahead and I want to do it kind of like so that I have a front. So I'm going to do this as eighths like we did before, like I usually like to do. So we're just going to go boom, boom. So that's 8 sides. And then we'll do the halfway mark here. Right. And then I'm going to need to do the halfway mark here and halfway here. So I can just go ahead and put all the dots in. So imagine that that's about halfway and then halfway, I think, like that. Boom, 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 and boom. So that should be, so there's my middle line. There's my middle line. Can't really see it, but that would be my middle line, which means, I think this one's too much. I'm going to hold Control and Shift. That will delete. I'm just going to pull this over. I feel like that was too many. And then, yeah, that looks good. Okay. I'm not going to worry about adjusting it too much right now, but we'll call that good. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do my ankle, and it's just going to be kind of the same thing. So I clearly have like a boot right here, so I'm just going to put this roughly in the middle. And it'll probably be easiest just to do this all by doing the middle. So the middle this way. I'm going to do the middle this way. And we'll do the middle this way. Okay. Then what I need to do is just halfway between. So here to here. Right. Then halfway between these two. Right. Halfway again. All right. And then halfway here. All right. And so now I've got basically the cuffs of that. Now what I'm going to do is just do the bottom of the feet. So I'm just going to go boom, 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 boom. And you can kind of see what I'm doing. So boom, 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 boom. And he's got boots on, so I guess I'll just try to match what's already here. And we'll just do that. Okay. Then like that. And then we'll do like that. Okay, so pretty rough, but, and I'll just, click and drag and just move these around a little bit. So it gives a kind of a rough idea of what the topology should be. Okay, so got some pieces there. That looks fine. I'm going to go up here, and I think the next major one is either the rib cage or the pec. I think I'm going to do the pec first. So this is going to be a little bit different than probably how you've modeled before. A lot of times what we do is we kind of go straight up the tube, and then we go out. If you actually look at the way the contour of the muscles go, it actually comes over and around this. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm just going to do really broad strokes. So I'm going to go like that. I'm just going to go ahead and snap this. And actually, I'm going to put one in here. I'm just going to hold Control just because I feel like I have that center one here, just so that it kind of matches. And then we'll just go, let's say, here. And then here. So it's roughly, so I'm kind of roughly following the pectoral. And then I guess we'll just, do I want to go, trying to think how I want to go about doing this. Maybe we'll go like this. Like this. So that's kind of like my halfway mark. And then we'll do here to here. Okay. And then we'll go like that. And like this. And then I'm just going to actually bring this more this way. And then we'll just go across like so. Boom. Snap this. Oops. Snap. Snap. Just going to hold Control. Put one a little bit closer. Okay. So something like that, we'll say. It's acceptable, I guess. Okay. All right. Okay, so I feel like that's kind of important. Let's go ahead and we'll just do one for the neck as well. And I'm just going to kind of keep to like trying to do basically 8s. We won't end up with 8s, but I just wanted it to be sort of even that way. So actually, let's put this right at the halfway mark. And then, so let's go ahead and snap these. and then this would be the halfway there. Okay, and then let's do this way, like that, and we'll go like that, and I'm just going to snap these. Okay, and then we'll go like that. So how many is that? We'll just pull this back over a little bit. So that's the midline, that's the midline, that's the midline, and then there's one in between. Okay, so we'll just kind of stick with something like that. All right, so some of these are going to have to shift around, and you'll see as we progress that we'll add more geometry. I'm trying to do it with as few as possible, which is the 8, and then I'll add more afterwards. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say roughly at the halfway mark. Oops, that was not even close. The elbow's down here. So I'm going to put this roughly where the pit of the elbow is. And then we'll do kind of the halfway mark where the elbow is, halfway mark. Okay, and then it's just in between. So there to there, boom, boom. There to there, boom, boom. There to there, boom, boom. And here to here, boom, and boom. Okay, all that good. And then I'm just going to do the wrist. So boom, 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 boom. You have to say boom, boom, or it doesn't work, just so you know. It's very important. All right. So boom, boom. And then we just do the halfway in between each time. Okay. And then one here. All right. So something like that. Okay. So I've got sort of some of the basic topology across here. So there's some other things that could also use a little bit. So I feel like I should have the rib cage kind of coming across. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start doing that. Oops, snap, not you. I wanted these inside ones. There it goes. Okay. Oop. There we go. So we'll do something. I'm just going to go up a little bit. I put this, there should have been a part for the rib cage here, and I kind of didn't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put another one here, and I'm just going to bring this over just because there's not really enough to support that. Pull this down a little bit. Okay. Like that. And then I guess we will say, I'm actually going to make this like that. And then we'll go here. And then I'm going to have it start to break away this way. And one thing I'm noticing is I need kind of an under part for the line. So you can see this is almost like more like the bottom of the pec. So I think what I'm going to do actually is have this keep going up like so. I'm going to put another one here. And then we'll just put this here. And just say this is where the arm splits. Okay, so let's bring this up a little bit. So now I'm going to do kind of the rib cage. So we'll go here to here. Good. And snap that together. And then there. And then there. And then it's going to be here to here. You can kind of see that's where my rib cage is going to go. Right. Trying to mimic the costal arch, if you will. Okay. It's kind of a start. All right. All right, so let's just kind of carry this around. Boom. Let's see, this goes up to there, so we'll just kind of go around. And then I'm just going to have this kind of go to here. Come on, there. And we'll just snap these two together. Okay. So got kind of the rib cage area, sort of. All right. Okay, so I've got a lot of the pieces, if you see, like I've got all the bands more or less. Now I just need to connect them. So I'm going to start with the torso and then work my way to the other ones. So some things are going to be more surface detail. If we look at the stomach, right? It does break the silhouette, but I don't know that I need to have it. I mean, it's not really protruding that much. So I don't know that I need to actually have the geometry be that precise with it. So what I'm going to do is actually just make this flat. I'm not going to try and follow these, the ab muscles that tightly. So what I'm going to do is just go like that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll try to put them roughly where they are. Okay. Come on. So, boom. That looks acceptable. And then we'll just connect this here. Okay, so you can kind of see, right, we got one line connected. And so I'm just going to kind of work my way down. Boom, 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 boom. So you can kind of see how this is going. Now you might have areas that it doesn't work as well as you would like. So right here, I'm going to hold Control and Shift and get rid of that. And I'm going to be thinking, okay, his abs kind of come down and inwards a little bit more. So I think what I'm going to do is just add one here. I'm going to pull this over just so that I can keep it a little bit more, in line with these. I'm going to pull this guy out a little bit. Maybe pull this one out a little. Something like that. Okay, that looks acceptable. All right, and let's see. So I'm just going to kind of carry this around. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to get rid of these extra little things here that are kind of annoying. Again, it's just Control and Shift. I'm going to add another edge loop here, and I'm just going to add some down this way. And we'll snap that. I don't know how many I need to do. We're kind of just winging it, if you will. All right, and let me see. I did that many. We'll go like that, and then we'll just pull these in, and boom. Okay, so I've got that going, and then I'm just going to bring this down. Boom, 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 boom. Good, and boom, boom, boom. Good. Okay, I think that's acceptable, and then we'll just keep going like we're going. Just gonna pull these this way. So 1, 2, 3. 1, oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm just gonna have this go down. Boom, 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 boom. And boom, boom, boom. And that just happened to line up. Now, notice it's a little, right, a little uneven. If you hold the Shift key, it will relax the geometry. So I just hold Shift and I just click and kind of drag around. So you can see I can kind of smooth this out. I think it says, oh, it says relax. I can kind of relax the shape a little bit. So you're obviously going to lose a little bit of, like right here, I wanted this kind of tight. See how it's going to ruin that? So you just got to be careful about how you use it. But you can see now we've more or less got that working pretty well. I think I'm going to go ahead and just connect this one. You can see I need another one here, so I'm just going to hold Control. We'll say that that's fine, like so. And then right here, it's going to start to be a little bit different. So we'll just kind of, it's kind of a big gap, so I'm not sure if I'm happy with that, but we'll just do that for now. And then we'll do here. Okay, so now you can see we have this issue here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this one to here. And then right here is where it's going to start going from the arm to that. But you can see right here, we're not quite ready for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and Shift and get rid of that one. And what I'm going to do is bring this one around. And then we'll see where that gets us. So I'm going to try and go real tight to basically the armpit here. Boom. And then I really don't like how, see how big this is? So I could try to smooth it out, but I feel like I need that geometry there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold Control and add another one in here. Let's pull this bit down a little bit, and we'll add another bit there. And we'll go here. I needed that anyway in order to get this shape looking a little bit better. And then I'm thinking I'm going to, let's see, do this. Let's see. That one goes around. I guess we'll just pull that here. So we'll do something more like that. Okay. So now you can see we've got a bit of the torso. Feels a little bit. I'm going to try and spread the love here a little bit just because it's a little bit. You want to try and keep it somewhat even if you can help it. You know, where possible so that it just ends up being smoother. So I'm just going to kind of smooth these out a little bit. Oops. accidentally did the, I think it's Alt X, no. I think it's Alt X. Oh no, it is, okay. If for some reason, like you go to open up your file and you can't find, like you're like, oh, it's not, all you have to do to go back into QuadDraw is click on it and click on the QuadDraw, click on the model, and then click on QuadDraw and you're back in it. Another thing is with the settings here, just so you see, if you don't like the color, you can choose a different color here, right? So you can choose gray, but I could also go here and be like, oh, I want it to be orange. And then it will suddenly be orange. I can also choose how transparent it is. If you want to see more of the model or less of the model, you can also play around with that. Yeah, so, okay. That looks acceptable as far as that part is concerned. Looks a little bit like he's wearing like a dress or something, right? With one of those choker necklaces. It's kind of funny. Okay. A lot of it, actually, you will notice that when you go to make the designs that they do kind of look like superhero outfits. So I was thinking when this was going over here, it reminded me of like Nightwing, right? Or one of the, a bunch of superheroes, because usually they have the lines of the outfit actually sort of match the contours of the body. So you'll find that there's a kind of similarity between your topology and the design of the outfits. I'm going to call that good on this video, and then we'll just continue on in the next one.